Hello, welcome to S.T.O.L.E.N. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, John. This is Lorraine. How are you?
I'm good, Lorraine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, what can I help you with tonight?
Well, I'm calling because I'm from Rochester County, California, and there's a lot of stuff happening, and I also know Joey Dobbins, know of him, and what's going on there in Texas. And
You,
I
you,
know there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now that is pretty intense.
did you mention Terry Stoddard?
I know of Terry's daughter.
Yeah, Terry
Do you
Stoddard.
know of her?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Know of her?
I did actually. I know of the case. Joey C. He's still in jail. Is he? Is that correct?
He is still in jail, and he's actually on suicide watch now.
Suicide watch. He's not suicidal. I hope not.
Pardon me?
He's not suicidal, is he?
No, nobody believes that he is.
Okay, okay. Now, I honestly don't know Joey. I do know of the stories that he put out there, and I do know that a lot of the stuff that he was talking about, he hit the nail right on the head, right?
I agree. I agree. I do agree with that. I think he bit off a little bit more than he could chew.
Yes, 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 right. Just from my perspective on the story's perspective of what he was writing, though, he like I had exposed these individuals before on my show. Right now, I'm going through nonstop cyber attack, even since then, and it's still nonstop. And there's ties to these same individuals that are in with this organization that's called AXJ. It even
Mm-hmm.
it even goes as far as the Fathers for Justice campaign in the United States.
Mm-hmm. I think it has to be done.
Right,
It has to be done.
right, right.
And I applaud you for that. I mean, to have the charges that were brought against Joey Dobbins, nothing is making sense.
Yeah,
Nothing is
these.
making sense.
Tell me a little bit more about these charges. Do you know any much more than I do? Because I really don't know that much.
All I know is this. I'm sitting here in California. He's in Texas. And he was arrested for something that allegedly happened in 2007, which was sex abuse of a minor. I believe it's 4 counts. There is a purported indictment out there online, but that doesn't look authentic either.
Okay.
Now the question is, it's 2007 that this happened, and the timing of it is rather odd. Just a few days after Joey actually uncovered what was really going on, he
Right,
was
and
arrested.
I even seen he even mentioned John Astor, the CEO of this AXJ organization, which it seems this AXJ organization seems to have a lot of control and ties in some areas, and I'm sure that's why it goes up the waterfront.
Oh no, he put the links together and he put it out there, but he
Hmm.
didn't realize what, in my opinion anyway, he didn't realize what he was getting himself into by doing that.
Oh, it's deep. It's very deep. It's so deep.
And within a day or two, he was hauled off on trial. Well, what it is apparently in 2000, or allegedly in 2007, uh, he there was some kind of sex charges at a campsite that he was a counselor at this with a 15-year-old, and this 15-year-old is currently 19 years old. Now you have to ask yourself, why did it take this amount of time for this grand jury indictment to come down? from 2007 to 2011.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
Couldn't tell you. I do know that.
whatever.
I do know
Yeah.
in some cases there are cases where children remain silent about stuff like this for a long period of time, right?
Certainly, but from what I understand, there was some stuff and some investigation going on in 2007. I could be wrong about that. Like I said, I only get bits and pieces myself.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But that is how the story goes, from what I understand. There was some sort of an investigation into that.
And another part of it too is this Anthony Lingo, which. Sorry, you must have hung up the phone by accident.
Is it John?
Oh, this is somebody else. Hello.
What's going on? This is Anthony. What's up?
Nothing much, buddy. I just had a call. I was just speaking to a lady. I can't remember her name offhand, but I was just starting to mention you, and then we lost connection, and then you called, and I thought it was her calling me back right now.
Yeah, I've been trying to call all your numbers. I'm going down the list. California one, the one that just rings and rings and rings and rings.
Oh yeah. Well, it's probably because I was just on the phone, and then now the line's clear, and now you finally got through.
Alrighty. So has anyone else called you tonight or no? I just got done listening to this show with Martha Ferris.
Yeah, a lady just did call. A lady just call talking about Joey, right? And then I cleared it up where I said I really don't know Joey at all. I don't know him. I just know the guy from all of 5 days ago, just 2 days before he went to jail. Is that correct? Like right? and then because he made that false claim that we cleared up and stuff, and then he goes to jail after exposing AXJ and Terry Stoddard, which I find quite odd. And then I was just gonna go on, just right as you were calling, on how that you're caught in the middle of this hocus pocus bullshit, and not.
Yeah, I'm caught up in a bunch of crap that I just think is totally ridiculous because I have nothing to do with this. I mean, I do have something to do with it, but I don't because I'm a father's advocate, by myself. There ain't no father's advocate rights out here that I've even found that are even, worthwhile because not one of them came forward to even try and help me.
Right.
And that's why I'm doing it solo. And then I find Joey and yourself, the only ones out there that are willing to expose all this stuff. And next you know, I get tied up in this, this big ass mess, and now I have this crazy ass woman who's blogging about you, blogging about Joey, blogging about anyone who's related to him because he was falsely charged, from what I understand, because the actually indictment is not even an indictment. I mean, there's no seal, there's no signature, it's just a bunch of crap. I mean, I looked at it and I said, this is just crazy. I don't understand it. But furthermore, they want to attack me because I'm standing up to fight for my daughter and I'm supporting other advocates that are fighting for their children. So you want to badmouth me and say that I'm obviously got to be a pedophile myself if I'm, having someone do a radio show for me, or they wrote articles about my story, so that makes me a pedophile now? Or, I mean, what the hell?
You know what?
I don't get it.
What it comes down to is these people are probably part of what was exposed, right? I can't say for sure Joey isn't or is a pedophile or didn't molest a child. I don't know the kid, so I can't say, right?
Right. It's the same here. I mean, I'm trying to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. He hasn't done nothing to me. He has not showed me one sign that he is even capable. I mean, don't want to use the word capable because anyone's capable. He has not showed me one sign that he can even do that, because here he is trying to help expose these type of people. So, I mean, it would be very, very shocking to me to find out that if he did do this, I would be devastated knowing, wow. I mean, how do you, it isn't like you're going to if someone wears a shirt and says, "Oh, I'm a pedophile," or "I'm a rapist," I mean, how in the hell do you know? I don't know what their tactics are. I'm not only associated with those type of people. I
Right.
associate with people that are trying to expose what the family courts are doing to families by breaking them apart,
Right.
giving the children to abusers. I don't know all that other crap. I really don't. I'm all new to it, and now I'm thrown in the middle of it, and I'm like, holy shit.
That's
Leave me
right.
the hell alone.
And the
I'm
gov.
trying to get my daughter back. Quit bashing me and saying that I'm a follower of this person. No, I'm not a follower of anybody. I'm more of a leader.
That's right, right, right. Actually, everybody, that's what they should be, is just the leader of their own case. You know what I mean? Just go with your own
Right.
instincts, your own intuition, and follow your own lead.
Right. And as you go through this and you do find other advocates, you meet other people, and it ain't like I'm running a background check on somebody that's standing next to me protesting. I'm not running a background check on somebody who's actually looks like they're trying to help me. I see what his work is. He made some newspapers for me. He put my article out there. He made articles about me. People sit there and say that Joe over here is an asshole or Sam over here is a dick. Okay, that may be your opinion. I don't know. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Don't judge me by who that person is. I did not see any red flags with Joey whatsoever. Period.
Yeah, I never even talked to the kid, so I don't even know. I don't even know what his voice
Right.
sounds like. So, shit.
Right.
Right. So, and then,
I think
oh,
that
and now we got this the exact organization which he did expose. Like at least he did put some truth out there about Terry Stoddard and AXJ, John Astor. You know what I mean? And it's just I've always knew that.
well, this is what I find kind of really, it's almost humorous. Is these people are so ignorant and so stupid and childish. I have an actual petition site for my daughter. Okay, it's only directed for my daughter. It's to hear her voice, to keep her voice alive, to show what has actually been done to my child. And it got nothing to do with me. But these people, these pedophiles, and these people that want to just be asses and be just ignorant and stupid, will go on my daughter's petition site and make rude comments. And it's kind of, like I said, kind of humorous in some sense, is this Terry Stoddard person, she said some specific things to me, private emails, private messages through Facebook, which I could provide. But she uses certain words, which are very, unique. Well, on this last post on my daughter's petition, there's a good-sized paragraph on there that says, "I told you that you were warned once to not associate with Joey. Now you've made your bed, now you have to lay in it," basically. Which is the same tactic that she used last time. So, she hides behind this off-the-wall name, but she uses the same wording that you can compare to her other writings. It's the same thing. It's just she's using a bogus name, but she wants to do this on my daughter's petition, which shows me you're a coward. Okay? You can't, private message me. You can't email me. All my information's out there. I'm not hiding. I use a real name. My name hasn't changed. My name's still Anthony.
Oh no,
Be...
she does all this because her life is shit. That's why. And she doesn't like seeing somebody else's life. Your life, she's all pissed off because your life is still a hell of a lot better, even when you're trying to fight for your kid that you don't have. Right? Your life is still better than fucking hers, and she looks at that going, "Oh my God, his life is still better than mine." Right? Fuck. No, he's still fighting for his kid, and his life is still better than mine.
And see, this is another thing. It was funny because Connie Bidwell told me the other day. She goes, Dustin Thompson, which is the so-called pedophile daddy's worm guy who's molested or has been molesting her daughter, which I've seen the videos. The videos are all over the place of daddy's worm. But she made a comment to me, or a statement to me, 2 days ago. She sat there and said, "Dustin Thompson right now is bashing you in one of the blogs." and he's talking about that you failed the drug test. You know, I said, that's kind of funny. You know, it really is. Because, yeah, I am a recovering drug addict. Okay? I got 7 years clean and sober. I have not had one dirty piss test ever. Two, I was only piss tested twice, and the one time was when I got arrested, and that's mandatory. They're going to give you a piss test. I tested positive for meth. Okay. I went to rehab of my own choice, did 2 years in rehab of my own choice, and they had random P tests. I did one random P test and passed. They're making accusations now on their blogs, and I want to make it very clear. There has never been, ever in any record of the court that I've ever had a court ordered having to go take a urine piss test for a drug test. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's just them sitting there trying to get people to come to their blog and ruin my credibility. Well, go ahead. I have all the proof. Believe what you want to believe, period. And it was funny because I was speaking with you a couple of times, and you sat there and said, yeah, they were trying to say that you did coke and all this crap, and you proved it all wrong. I mean, now I understand what other people have been through. Now I'm actually walking right back in the same footsteps that you've stepped in and everyone else has stepped in. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh yeah. And here's the funny thing is, these fucking idiots. I exposed the same things about these scumbags, and now it's funny that they're trying to call me a pedophile and all this stuff, just like they're doing to you, buddy. But you know, it's funny
Well,
because
they're not really calling me a pedophile. They're calling me that I'm supporting a pedophile.
oh yeah, well yeah, okay, well yeah, they're not really calling me that
and
either.
I will tell you right now, firsthand, if I find out that Joey did
Well, yeah,
that,
they did.
yeah, he's off the chart with me. You know, forget it. I'm done with you, dude. But I'm trying to give the man the benefit of the doubt. I know how corrupt the system is until I actually see proof, and I'm not talking falsified proof like this bullshit they're pulling, until I can actually see doctors' reports where they're sitting there saying that this actually happened and they're not falsified and, you know, it's all legit, then I'll sit there and make my judgment call. But until then, the shit they're trying to pull, the evidence they have on him, is all fabrication bullshit.
Oh, and AXJ, now the pedophile ring. Now AXJ, the pedophile ring's just jumping all over this shit. A chance to look like fucking heroes calling somebody else a pedophile. I bet you the next thing is they're gonna say that they busted Joey or some fucking stupid thing. Trying to steal credit for this shit. Just to cover their own fucking pedophile ass.
I'm right there with you. I mean, they're going to take the heat off them and put it on someone else.
Wait. Well, you know what? They're actually, yeah, they're saying on the, John Astor's actually saying on his wall that I knew this guy, Joey.
That you knew him?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how you knew him.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, I just can't believe it, man. These guys, it's, and you keep exposing these people, but yet, you know what? They keep getting mad, and then the more people that you exposed, the guys before you that you exposed are teaming up with the newest guy that you exposed because they're constantly watching your shit, and they're trying to build their whole fucking. I swear, it's almost like they're trying to build their little fucking cyber bully pedophile fucking ring, man, is what they're trying to do. And it's getting bigger and bigger. And the government that looks at all these people, these protesters, and all these true families that want to fight for, you know, their children and stuff, they're looking and they're laughing. They're going, ha! They'll never win anything when this shit's going on. Great!
Hell no, they're fighting among each other.
Oh, yeah, man. I bet you they're laying bets on shit.
See, my whole thing is what I've actually, you know, I'm actually learning, and I've actually made a conscious decision, is the more I play into their games and try and, you know, respond to their stupid comments and, you know, get irritated and pissed off, that's what they want to do. Well, I'm not going to allow them to take that power from me, for me to even waste my time to read their blog. I don't really give a shit what they're writing. I have all the proof right here, period. I don't care. And until I have to show whoever, audience, any person that wants to walk up to me, here's the proof right here, in the story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all hearsay. It's all a bunch of crap. It's just for their gratitude for them to try and make themselves look better. And I mean, you know firsthand what that's all about.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
there's
yeah. And you,
probably a million people behind it.
oh, I know firsthand, and you've even seen it now firsthand. This Terry Stoddard, this Fathers for Justice USA, this AXJ fake organization. They're all fakes, and they use other people's news and stories to take the credit, and they try to make look like there's something that they're not.
Right.
And they all use this as a
And
mask.
it just blows me away that a human being can actually be that cruel to do that kind of crap to a child, much less to a loving, parent versus, a mother or a father. I mean, you can actually want to be that cruel and make accusations about something that's all fairy tale make believe.
Right, and
Just
some of these
keep
people,
entertaining.
and some of these people doing this are trying to fight for their kids themselves, and then you wonder why they don't have their kids. Well, fucking there you go. Now you know why. It's because they act like
Right.
this and they do stupid fucking things, right? Like Terry, John Astor, like all these people. They'll never. John Astor's never gonna see his daughter again, right? Like, there's no way. Donald 10. Like, all these people are very sick individuals, and I don't know how people can follow. See, I got my daughter back, right? Right? These people, there's a reason behind it, right? That the fucking public doesn't take a minute to step back and look in and say, oh, well, fuck, I didn't see that because I didn't stop and take the time to look.
Right. They would rather be caught up in all the drama, the soap opera of what these people are sitting there saying, when they already know these people are sick individuals and are, on the verge of being convicted or have been convicted or have records of that type of thing. You can run my record. I don't have nothing like that on my record, period. Or would I?
Yeah, me neither. But no, it's just, it's getting really sick, bud. And it's going to keep growing and growing and growing until, you know what? We don't start adding these kinds of people to our exposure sessions. And we don't start exposing the little dweeby, little shit stains that try to ruin the fight for good families that are trying to get their children returned to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
That are trying to protect another pedophile friend of theirs that I've exposed. You know what I mean? Well, then I'm just going to expose that one next. Right?
I mean, we can do it all day long. Just keep exposing each one that comes down the road.
That's right. That's right. And no matter where I go, I'm sure there's all these claims that, oh, John Anderson's going to go to jail. He's going to go to jail. Well, you know what? Even if I did, there's always somebody that's going to take my place for me.
Understood?
Right. So, like, nobody's ever going to shut down something that's good. The people are becoming more aware of it on the internet, on Facebook. It's a very scary thing to get involved to, this social networking, and start asking people for help for your your fight and trying to be reunited. When first of all, there should be rules. Don't get help from anybody you've never physically met in person.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
These people got to stop.
And that's it.
Right. Stop asking for help from these organizations. You need to get an advocacy. You know what I mean? People and local MLAs get involved locally. People, physical form, not internet groups and shit.
Right.
Right? Because it's just Facebook now is housing not just pedophiles but antisocial beings, man. That just fucking they don't know how to compute or commute.
Right. I mean, I don't know if you're, somewhat like what happened to me, when I first started this whole journey of trying to get my daughter back. I started off on Facebook, getting my story out there, and for almost 7 months, people were, commenting, wanting to, build their prayers, this and that. We hope this works out for you. We hope this works out for you. Get a couple good bites here and there that lead me down the right path. But I never knew how jacked up and how sick these people are on Facebook that, the next thing you know, all you're wanting to do is friend somebody to pass your story on to get your story out farther. And you come to realize when I started this, I had 16 friends, and now I have over 1,000, and I have no idea who the hell these people are. And then I find out that these people are sitting there using my own information against me by sitting there saying because I asked this person for help, now I'm just as guilty as he is. I mean, I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. But I'm not going to shut my Facebook down because someone wants to be an asshole.
No, 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 no.
And there's always going to be...
Let them look stupid. Let them look stupid. And like Todd says, my buddy that's with me right now tonight, my little co-host, is that you always got the people living in the fantasy world, and it's probably about, what, 60-70% of the people on there?
It's all lies, and you know, they make themselves look good on there, but you know, they say they live in big mansions and stuff, and half the time they actually live in one-bedroom apartments, and they're shut-ins that can't drive. They got their license taken away because they're alcoholics, and
Or in a cardboard box with nothing
know?
but a fucking cell phone, man.
and you find a lot of those people are like that. They live a phony life on the internet because people will believe it, right?
Right. It's fairy tale, like you said before, make believe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can tell I'm not make believe. All you gotta do is go to my daughter's website or go to my Facebook
Oh, no.
page.
No.
I'm real as hell. I don't have a fake name.
We're talking about the people that go out of their way to
to
just...
this day.
We're talking about the people that go out of their way to cyber attack, the good people like you. You know what I mean? Like Terry Stoddard. She lives in a fantasy land. Like, look at her. She's got a picture of fucking... She's that fat chick, you know what I mean? That had that princess crown on, and she looked like white, like fucking Casper. Right, that sick fucking woman. Right, the
I
one
mean,
that...
why would you want to dress up in a costume to go be an African?
Oh.
To make yourself...
That's what I mean. It's
It
just,
looks fake, like a fantasy. I mean, now I see the picture.
yeah.
We're fantasy
Why
fighters.
do you gotta hide behind a mask?
Right.
That's right, and you find a lot of these groups that hide behind masks, there's a reason for it, right?
Right.
It's, you know, there's a lot of real parents out there that are trying to make a difference, and then they get shot down for trying to make a difference, right?
They're wearing those masks because it covers up a lot of fire in their lives, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And you know, if you expose a few people, the problem with people like that is the first thing they're going to want to do is turn the attention around on the people who have exposed them, or you know, they constantly, if you're in the public's eye, you know, they like to try to bash you down, right?
Right. So that may be what happened to Joey. And it seems like anybody who exposes this AXJ or this...
Or fights against them in any way, all of a sudden something terrible happens in their lives.
Right, because that Bill Stone King guy, after exposing all of them...
The only thing I can say about Joey is, I mean, Google his name.
Yeah.
Joey Daubner. Okay, and look at what he did. I mean, he ran for mayor, he got shot down, but he didn't give up. But he was calling senators and police officers and, you know, all these state officials, calling them on their stuff at the state assembly meetings, this and that, and, you know, exposing what they were doing. You know, he lives in a small little town, so yeah, I can understand. He's pissed off a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually pissed off, you know,
Senators,
the police department,
yeah.
and that's where he's held in jail, and now they have him on suicide watch, which I already know. Joey's not suicidal.
Yeah, that's what the last...
They just do that to keep him in the psych ward of the jail, right?
Yeah, or they might keep him from going into general population, because if they catch wind that he's in there for that, they might, you know, beat him up or possibly kill the guy. Right.
Well, the jail could possibly put something in his food and, you know, shut this kid up because he done exposed too much stuff already.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually, from what I understand, he actually got a few different people in the state senate area of, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I know the people that actually run most of the stuff in Texas and the police department, that he exposed all this crap, and there's about 9 people that ended up losing their jobs.
Yeah.
And I'm talking big time people.
Yeah.
So it's a small little town. It ain't very big. I think the population is only like maybe 24,000 people. I mean, it ain't very big.
And you know, it's not uncommon.
I mean, the guy's got a lot of heart. He's got some big cojones for, you know, doing what he did. And I mean, I just hope and pray for his own sake and for my own and I thought that he was a good guy. I thought he was a good man. I mean, I stand by him. I just hope and pray that I don't find out that he actually is a pedophile.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's going to be very sad. It's going to be very heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it would be. But it's actually not too uncommon for political figures to get caught up in these messes and then destroy all evidence and ruin the people who exposed them. Right. There used to be a TV show actually that caught people doing this, and they stopped it because 90% of the people they caught were public figures on the internet doing these pedophile rings and stuff.
Trying to hook up with 13, 12-year-old fucking girls and shit.
Yep, and they stopped the TV show because of it, because of the fact that they were catching too many public figures.
That's
and
right.
they didn't want to have that, right? Judges, lawyers, politicians, prosecutors, everything. You know? So these things do happen, right? They will set people up to cover up their own problems.
But like I said, I don't know Joey, and I did check. I was doing a thorough thing to see, because a lot of pointing the fingers been going on. Like, it seems like the possibility. Here's another possibility. Joey could have known John Astor prior to this. Could have they had a falling out. He points the finger at John Astor on this pedo ring. John Astor is getting all huffy puffy, sets him up, gets him all fucking, sent to jail for this, just to cover his ass again, because John Astor has been known to do this in the past. John Astor is actually even writing affidavits as we speak to my Crown prosecutor here in Kelowna, where I live, to try to set me up, right? So there's always that whole speculation that maybe Joey gave up on this guy and fucking was giving up his ring and fucking, you know what I mean? And now fucking all hell broke loose. And now John Astor's now trying to take the credit for it. Right? It's because I don't know the kid. I gotta take all of these ideas into perspective, right? I do hope the kid isn't a pedophile, because I fucking hate them, truly, enough that I would go out. I'd slaughter one, fucking, to be honest with you. But yeah. Right.
I mean, I'm right, John. I'm right there with you, man. I mean, you got to look at all angles, and I got to give the man the benefit of the doubt, because he has not he has never shown me anything like that in any shape or form. If I was on the stand to testify, all I can sit and say is I've known him through Facebook. I've never met the man in person. I mean, how can you make a judgment call of meeting someone on the internet that's actually doing articles for you to produce get your story out there? Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about his past life.
But Joey did expose the same people that were taking my daughter's pictures and exploiting them on the internet, and same as my niece's photos, other members of my team, children's pictures, and my family's pictures, and they were exploiting underage girls, is what they were doing, and those are my own nieces, and you know what I mean? That's exploitation of underage. And then that's who Joey was exposing. And these people are still keeping the pictures up of my nieces and stuff. It's C. Wardell on Scribd. You'll see. He's one of the pedophiles in AXJ.
Right. But I mean, I thank you for taking my call, man. I will get off the line so someone else can call in. I got to do a couple things around here, but I just wanted to give you a call and talk to you and put my little 2 cents in. This probably doesn't mean shit, especially the way this government and those schools is.
Oh, no, sure, call me. Yeah, you can call me anytime, Anthony. Call me anytime, buddy.
I will do that, brother. I will do that. And tell your co-host it was nice talking with him. And, you guys keep your head up, stay safe. And
you too.
Kind of keep exposing, man.
That's right. And stick with us, Anthony. And don't forget, I'm going to give you your own little section of the forum there, so you can keep people up to speed with your story and what's going on with your fight for your daughter.
Okay. Good luck, I appreciate appreciate it, man.
So I'll make you an administrator, and then you can have at her.
All right. Hey, the other thing is, if you get a chance, can you try and fix that video right above the actual interview? For some reason, when you click on it, it doesn't come on. You got to go to YouTube to watch it. I don't know if you can fix that or not.
I can try just reposting the link.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, then, man. You guys have an awesome night, man, and God bless you. And I will talk to you soon.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Anthony. Have a good night.
Good night.
You too, man. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
How are you? This is Lorraine again.
Hello. Sorry, I lost you, and I thought it was you calling back, and it was Anthony.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm sure Anthony's still doing a lot of what is going on here.
Oh yeah, and we spoke quite a lot actually. Mike, I wanted to ask you a question. How well did you know Joey?
I didn't know him that well. Like I said, I'm in California. He's in Texas. I can't say I knew him well.
Have you ever met him physically?
I've never met him in person.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Right.
so I cannot speak to if he is or is not guilty of these charges.
Right. That's what I was exactly
Right,
clarifying
yeah.
with Anthony, and Anthony was saying the same thing, and Anthony was explaining how he's pulled into this mess and is now being called a pedophile and so on, and it's just it's going all haywire.
Right. Exactly. His focus is on his daughter. Exactly. That is what his focus is on, and exactly he's getting pulled into this pedophile mess. And basically, yeah, that was not my focus either, but now it seems to be just, by being associated with Joey, my issue was completely different too. But it's all going on.
I was telling Anthony today that I was actually also, in fact, being accused of knowing Joey by John Astor, one of the people that Joey has exposed. Right? So now they're trying to cover up. I can see that they're trying to cover up something pretty bad. You know what I mean? And I already know what it is because I've exposed them previously, and I will continue to expose these scum no matter what.
Good. So you were accused of knowing
Joey
by
right?
John Astor?
Oh yeah, by John Astor, right? By the
Interesting.
yeah. So he's calling Joey a pedophile, me a pedophile supporter, and a pet his. Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm a pedophile now. I've never even spoken to Joey at all ever, right? Like I'm all the way in Canada. I just started the show a year ago. I know I got this pedo scumbag named John Astor, who Joey already exposed. He exposed the same thing that I exposed, and I've never communicated with Joey. Right? And he exposed the same thing. And I've been under attack by these people for almost a year now. Joey attacks them. They exposes them. They attack him now, and he gets put in jail. And here's another thing is that the same people, I even told Anthony that AXJ John Astor is writing affidavits to my court trying to set me up right now, as we speak.
For what?
He's trying to set me up for uttering threats and harassment.
Oh, and what about not to mention the
yeah, and
the whatever attempted murder.
Oh yeah, attempted murder on Bill S.T.O.L.E.N King.
When there's been no attempt on his life ever by anybody anyways. Wouldn't someone have had to have tried to do something or hurt him?
Right.
They're
trying to say that I was trying to get $5,000 to put a hit out on this guy, and it's just.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They make up stories as they go along.
And the police actually talked to me about this even, so I know the sick pedo scum's trying to set me up, you know what I mean? I just can't believe it. These guys don't give up trying to cover their asses. And they mask under this organization they call themselves AXJ and Fathers for Justice USA, right? And these guys are perverted, screwballs. And I've exposed every inch of these bastards. And you know what? I say, if none of the claims are true, then sue me. But you know what? They don't sue me. All I do is just keep reporting my videos on YouTube to get them pulled down as privacy and fucking, you know what I mean?
But they can't sue you. They can't
No.
So what's the best defense? The truth.
Right.
They can't sue you.
That's right.
You know that. And they'd have to, discovery and everything else. They'd be cooked. They can't sue you.
That's right.
It's that simple.
Uh,
Amazing. I've heard that John Astor has been throwing out these kind of things to other people too. Cease and desist immediately, or we'll be taking it more action to quite a few individuals lately.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's been saying that for years. 2 years, in fact. I've only been doing this for years, but I know other people that have met him a year before that, and so they've been telling me. I've had a bunch of people on my show exposing this crazy guy.
Wow. Wow. Quite amazing. So we are back to Joey getting thrown in jail just days after he touched upon something that I guess he shouldn't have. He stirred up the hornet's nest.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I've even actually got a hold of pictures of John Astor with a young girl that's more than 30 years younger than him, and they're taking pictures of each other on the beach with her topless and. Right. And so I exposed this, and this guy still goes on pointing the fingers, calling other people pedophiles when he even knows I'm putting these out on the web.
Well, how come nobody's touching him?
Exactly.
What's he got?
And I'll even show you these pictures. I'll even show you these. See, that's where there's one thing that Joey did touch upon that was true, is that John Astor is a sick individual. Right?
Yeah.
And I got the pictures to prove it.
And John Astor chases anybody that exposes.
And John Astor does chase.
To destroy their credibility.
That's right. He'll just try and destroy anybody's credibility who tries to expose him.
Well, that's exactly what's happening with Joey right now.
And I don't.
Waste any time.
It could have went as far as paying a kid to cry this. You know what I mean? Like it's been done before, where
Really?
right, the rich will pay children. Like there's that one family that was in the Michael Jackson case that came forward saying, "Oh, it wasn't true. He didn't really touch my boy." It was one of the first. Yeah, it was all about the money, right? So that's why they did it.
Back in the day, yeah, I do remember that first case.
Right.
John Astor was involved in that.
Oh no, he wasn't involved in it. I'm just saying that that's just an example that they will go as far as to pay people or pay kids to actually just say that this person molested them, and pay the parents or whoever to go along with it if they know that they're sick enough that they will go along with it.
Wow.
It's a sick society we live in.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So how come nobody can touch John Astor?
Well,
What's that?
he actually does run and hide into his car and drive away, and he actually does get beaten up by people on the beach and stuff, and then he runs to the RCMP station, or not the RCMP station, the actual police station in Australia, I should say, because he's in Queensland, Australia. But anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, it's just it is one good thing that Joey did is that he exposed quite the big ring, because it goes around the world. It goes to Fathers for Justice USA, run by Donald S.T.O.L.E.N, and actor/director Bill Stoneking of the movie Divorced Dudes is involved in this. It's crazy. And if some of these people are pedophiles, they don't mind being around pedophiles, and they're just into the whole cyberbully game, right? So they cyber attack people on a daily basis, nonstop, and you see it on Facebook every day.
They work together.
Wow.
Yeah, and they all work together.
And they're all part of each other's groups. And
Yeah.
And if they're not, they got a third party to link their groups.
Like you just look up AXJ, just type in the search bar of Facebook the letters AXJ. And go look at see.
I've done that. I've done that.
Do you see how many retarded posts there are? And it's none of that stuff's legitimate. It's just fake. It's like These people play with Barbies like fucking Dream House or something.
I looked at it. Anthony told me, take a look at this. I did. And I was just like, okay.
AXJ FBI and this stuff and that stuff. And I'm like, well, if you guys are AXJ FBI, how come you're not arresting yourselves? I say in their group, right? Just to fuck around with these guys, right?
Well, Terry Stoddard has what, 20, 25 years with an FBI clearance to work with children? Isn't that right?
No, I've never seen any proof or any documentation. As far as I'm concerned, she's just nothing more than a popcorn fart.
Well, you know, talk is cheap.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's about where we are now.
Well, yeah. And I'm gonna, whether Joey is or isn't, I'm still gonna continue to expose the same people that he exposed because they are scum and they need to be exposed. And we report these people to get them off Facebook, and they get removed, and then they just create another fake profile.
Oh yeah.
And they're cunning. They'll use actually famous people's names and stuff, trying to pretend that they're these famous people. And then what they'll do is they'll accept these friends requests, and then and then they act like these famous people, and they say, oh, check out AXJ, da 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 da, and they use these people to fill up this fake organization to make it look as if it's real, because this is what it is their front. So they need real people underneath it so it looks legitimate.
Whoa.
Right?
And these people don't really know what's going on. Okay, I got you. Okay.
And like Fathers for, and then when you break it down to Terry Stoddard and Fathers for Justice is Donald 10, you know, these people, they just try to use the fame portion of it, right? They try to, right, and they don't mind having sick people involved, because you know what? Those sick people, they don't mind, because those sick people get them more attention or more people to even join in. Because she's that sick and that desperate that she won't mind getting to know a pedophile or anything like that. Who knows, maybe she thinks people can change or something like that, you know what I mean? But to me, once a pedophile, always a pedophile. To me, they need to get their fucking, either A, penis cut off, or castrated, and put on an island by themselves.
What is it, saltpeter? Isn't that what they used to give them?
Yeah. In the prison systems, yeah.
Yeah.
The saltpeter mix, they'd call it.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it takes, you know? Whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
But they need to get off the streets. This has got to stop.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the government's looking at all this stuff going on, because they watch these families' rights organizations and stuff, and they look and they watch and they're laughing. I guarantee you, they're laughing. They're laughing and they're laying fucking bets on who's gonna win the bash out, because everybody's just bashing each other up and distracting the real people who want their children back from getting their children back. So that's why the government's laughing. They're like, they'll never get their kids back when they're doing this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're rolling in the dough.
Mm-hmm.
While they're laughing.
That's right.
And collecting money.
And then you got these other people that are just, right, and then you got these people in the masks, the ones that wear the masks. What are they? Anons, Panons, Canons, Conons, I don't know. But to me, I think that's a bunch of bullshit too, because who the fuck, who in the right mind is going to listen to somebody that wears a mask?
My face is up on my face.
Right? People are already listening to pedophiles on the internet, but now you're going to listen to somebody in a fucking mask?
That's a little iffy.
Right. And any moron could dress up in a mask like, hey, I'm a government official. Now I see everybody's listening to somebody that wears the same mask. Let's go to the fucking corner store, buy one of those masks, tell people what to do, and hey, they'll listen because I'm wearing a mask.
Oh, yeah.
Because society's so dumb.
It is. It's just, you know, on the lower levels, everybody is just beating each other up. And in the meantime, it's the poor kids that gets almost pushed to the side. Because the bottom line is the kids are the ones that are in trouble here. They're the ones that are getting hurt here.
And when it comes
They're
down
the ones.
on a serious note, this is what I want to do, right? I'm noticing all the fucked up things like this stuff going on, and it's not supposed to be like this. People, we got to be smarter than this. We got to wake up to this and really learn that, fight for things that are right. Don't just sit there and just watch and hope that the other group wins the fight for everybody else. Join in on it and start doing something about it.
Oh, well, people just throw up their hands or they don't understand or they just,
Oh yeah, or they'll type for 5 hours out of a day, sitting on their ass, never leave the computer. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
such a hero on the internet. I'm saving people, but they don't really physically go out and actually do anything.
No, not a thing.
Right.
Not a thing.
Like exposing. This is what it's come boiled down to. Is that the only way things are going to change is if you expose it. Expose it. Sitting down, filing appeals and paperwork and all this crap doesn't do anything because you're still doing it the way you're supposed. You're being controlled. You have to do it the
Oh,
way they tell you to do it in order to get your kid back. That's not the way it should be. You have to fill out this. You have to fill out that. You have to spend all this money in court and da 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 in order to get your kid back.
they don't want you to do that. They want you to do that until you are completely bankrupt and you still don't have your kid back.
Yeah.
All about the almighty dollar.
That's what we got to do, maybe. You know what? Push down the banking systems, refuse to work for things called the dollar bill, go back to bartering, and then the banks are screwed. And guess what? There'll be no child protection services because what? There's no money. So then what?
Oh,
It'll be the
yeah.
kind people that actually seriously care about children that are going to go out and actually do things to help families. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just going into it for the buck.
Yeah.
The bus.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of the adoptive parents out there are in it for the checks that they get every month for having these adopted children. They don't take care of the children that they adopt. They just spend the money, and the kids starve and are beaten and sometimes molested. It's disgusting.
So
it's
sick.
all about money.
There's even kids, there's
That's
even
awesome.
parents, there's even sick parents out now because society's so messed up and deranged now just from like social upbringing that that there's parents out there that want to adopt children just to use them as punching bags.
Oh, yeah. Or,
they'll sell
just
their
use
own
them as
children.
names or cooks or whatever. Or punching bags. You're absolutely right.
Right, like
A lot of
it's
foster families out there, too. A lot of
it's
group homes out there
it
like that, too.
it is sick and it needs to be stopped. It is that sick. It's that sick that people need to stand up and say something. And if people complain I about how somebody's saying it, or because they're swearing while they're saying it, well then you know what? They're not seeing the real message. Because it doesn't matter how somebody's saying it, as long as they're saying it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why my county hates me. Because I am a thorn in their side, just like a few other individuals are down here. I'm sure you've heard of Connie Bedwell.
I'm new at this still. I've only been doing this for years,
Okay.
so.
Okay, yeah. It's a really bad county down here. County, they're very cruel.
Because
Very cruel.
what made me start doing this is I had my daughter removed from me. Well, my wife and child were forced to move out by child protection and go stay at her parents' house. And then, but I was smart and I put hidden cameras on child protection on the very first visit and thereafter. And I caught them making a lot of fucking claims about me being a drug addict, a cocaine addict, and an abuser, and all this and that. And so I I uploaded all this stuff to YouTube and said, look at this is what they do. And I did the hair test, and they said that there was no drugs in my system forever, ever. They took a hair follicle test, right? And there's nothing. So I put them to shame is what I did. Got my daughter back in 8 months. And then I just carried on with the show, realizing, you know what, this is sick. How they can just go by my ex's hearsay and speculation and take my child away just off off her word.
Yeah.
That's just sick.
Well, yeah. Well, that's basically what happened
And
to
then the
me,
court
too.
proceedings, and then the mental health assessment, and then them giving me the red tape saying it wasn't enough because the mental health statement didn't say that I could specifically father a child. It says I'm normal in every corner, but because he didn't add that I could father a freaking child, it wasn't valid. I had to go get another one. So I fought off that, and I said, "There's no way, there's no way." And I just kept exposing him, and those videos is what really made them just hand my child back and keep it from going to trial.
Well, good for you.
And
The
I
evaluation in my case, even though it's supposed to be non-confidential,
uh,
I have never been able to get a copy of that. It's called the 730 evaluation.
really?
Yeah, and I am entitled to it.
And you filled out
And they,
requests for it and so on.
oh yeah, even went to court on it. Even went to court and argued it. It finally broke down and let me see it for about 10 minutes in the court with the judge there. I was not allowed to make any objections. I was not allowed to comment on it, but I could skim it for 10 minutes, but I had to give it back. The father had it. The child had it. I did not have it. I still do not have it. It is not in the court file this day. I checked it 2 days ago.
Isn't it your right to have it?
Yes. It's also my right to find out what my child was diagnosed with, what her issues were. That was hidden from me.
Yeah, I'm hearing about those cases. Like the more and more and more I do this, it's wow. Yeah. So the family's involved, obviously. It seems like
Mm-hmm.
in the corruption portion, I should say. Be more detailed, I should.
Yeah, I'll tell you my story some other time. It's quite insane.
Yeah, sure,
Quite
sure. Even off recording if you like. I don't mind.
Yeah, it's been the past 2.5 years. But the bottom line is, my daughter, she's now 17 and a half. She's never been able to get the professional help that she needed 2.5 years ago when
Uh,
I was pleading with the juvenile court system that there was something wrong with my daughter. I was labeled as crazy or hysterical or whatever. And she's fine, and she wanted to go live with her dad, and he enabled her, and she kept on getting arrested over and over again with drug and alcohol charges, 2 group homes, kept on giving her back to the dad, kept on giving her back to the dad.
that's,
And now she's pretty much, she's out there.
fuck.
They just cut her loose like a couple days ago and gave him sole custody on no legal basis. They took away my legal custody.
Can't she go get a restraining order against him?
I'm good. Against who?
Against the father?
She wants to live with her father because he allows her to do what she wants to do, aka drugs and alcohol, etc., etc., etc. She's got some issues that I
Oh
don't want
God.
to throw out there,
Huh. Yeah, that's a tough one there.
Yeah, it's a real bad one. And the court allowed it. And they knew what her issues were. And they hid them from me. And I've got documents to prove it. When I'm saying, hey, there is something wrong with this girl.
Huh.
No, there's nothing wrong with her. No, there's nothing. It's all your fault.
That's too bad.
And it was, yeah, it was bad to worse. About as bad as you could imagine.
Shit. Jeez, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what I'd do. Gee, I don't want to say what I do actually on while I'm recording.
Yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad. But this county has done in my particular case, and I know I'm not the only one. I
Yeah.
know I'm not the only one.
Oh no. Hell no. No, there's lots. I think you're actually. This is. It's. they're more rare. I'll give you that. But you're probably the third one now in the year.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's similar.
Yeah.
Child's been abusing drugs, doesn't want to leave. Even still continues to go through the sexual abuse. And one father even pays the one daughter cigarettes to keep quiet, right? Like, and the kid is she's so used to it now, she doesn't mind it. I guess it's pretty sick.
Well, what happened when, in my case, is when she was living with her father and she was arrested, I think, for the third time, when she was in his care. I hadn't seen her in like 9 months. The juvenile court knew about this, even though they're, oh, visitation, what's that? I hadn't seen her in all that time. I never stepped foot in the father's residence, as a matter of fact.
Mm.
When she was arrested for a felony in '09, they, of course, searched the father's residence where she was living, and they found some sexual objects, shall I say, inappropriate sexual objects, in plain sight in her bedroom. I was never told. The only reason I knew about it is because the arresting officer called me up and said, "Have you ever been in this house? Do you know what's going on in this house?" I said, "I've never stepped foot in it. This is what's happening." I said, "Well, what can we do about this?" He said, "I can't do anything because your daughter's on juvenile probation. We have to turn it over to them. They buried it. They didn't know that I knew."
Shit. And then so what happened after that?
She went to her first group home on that felony charge, and she was in there, I think, for 13 months.
Ouch.
And when she got out, they sent her back with her father. And she lasted the weekend, broke probation, and she was back in juvenile hall within 2 days.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Well, I hope we can actually have you on here sometime, maybe. Spinning
Yeah,
this.
that would be good.
Yeah. Because that's actually pretty in depth.
It is so corrupt, and I have everything, including the transcript from just a few days ago, where I nailed the judge. Why? What is your legal basis for taking away my legal custody? Where
And
she said, "Oh, because you and your ex-husband don't agree upon the educational needs of your daughter." I said, as a matter of fact, we do, and that's not a legal basis. We agree that she's going to college, and we support her in that, etc., etc. So we basically come up with another one. She said, "Oh, well, she's going to be living with him." Well, that's nowhere in the code either as to grounds for losing legal custody.
no, not at all.
Nowhere. But she did it anyway.
And how long has this went on for? In
2.5
total?
years.
How long?
2.5 years.
2.5.
Years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, they did that thing from the arrest with the stuff found in her bedroom in plain sight. I mean, it wasn't like hidden in drawers or the back of the closet or anything like that. And this was during a time she was on juvenile probation. One of her probation conditions was not to have anybody over at that residence without supervision. So, and they were, how can I say this, male-oriented sexual devices. I don't
Really?
want to get too graphic on the show, you know.
Oh,
So,
sick shit.
you know, you have to ask yourself the question, what, you know, what the hell, to put it bluntly, you know, what is going on. But they chose to not tell me about that. Probation chose
You
not
think
to
you
tell me.
you think the police would do an investigation?
They were bound. Yeah, he wanted to. The police were. I mean, the police officer that called me he said, in all my years as a police officer, I've never seen anything like this. And he wrote it in the police report. I have never been able to get that police report. I've got the number, but I could never get a report. Probation will not release it to me. Yeah, they did not tell me. They did not know that I knew for a year, like I said, because she was in the group home. So I said, okay, I'm just going to keep this under my hat, see what happens. They never told me. I had to spring it on them.
Well, my advice is definitely when everything's said and done, expose expose every inch of this story,
Oh, yeah.
names and
But
all.
this is so sick.
Mhm.
And, you know, my daughter is the one that suffers and continues to suffer.
That's too bad. That's so sad.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm sorry to hear
It is.
that.
Well, you know, I'm not through. I am not through. I've only just begun. You know, and like I said, I am not the only one down here in Placer, in Sacramento County, that this kind of stuff happens to. Look what's happened with Anthony.
Yeah, I know. I know. I know. That's too bad. I know. Yeah, and then yeah, he's getting turned around and called a pedophile. It's way out of hand. He's just an innocent guy who wants his daughter back. Come on, give the guy a break, you sick scumbags.
Yeah, right, right.
Like, give up already. Let us start fighting for families and try to get these children back home by any means.
That's the bottom line.
Right, right. Stop slowing us down.
But,
Just,
you know, people like John Astor just thrive on this crap. I'm sorry.
oh,
You
definitely,
know?
definitely. Definitely. And I recommend people watch his wall on Facebook. Just keep an eye on it. Just
Yeah.
watch it. Look at all the things he's. Oh, especially after this show, after he hears this. Oh, definitely he'll be going off. Joan Anderson of S.T.O.L.E.N is a pedophile. He's a pedo. He's a pedo. He supports pedos. And then I'm just gonna go. And then I'm gonna screenshot it. And then and then I'll put the pic in my group and say, "You idiot! You're the pedo, you fucking moron!" Right? And that's how it goes back and forth with this guy. Right? I like having fun with this scumbag. It's quite amusing actually, and all my members love laughing at this shit. It's crazy. Yeah, you go ahead and read some of the AHJ websites and shit where they're writing up. Oh, Joan Anderson's gonna go to jail. They've been saying that for the last 6 months. Tomorrow he's gonna go to jail.
Oh, my God.
We're shutting down all his websites.
Good luck.
In 24 hours, they will be shut down, and they're still here. And it's been, what, 2 weeks since he said that?
Well, they might win their small little skirmishes once in a while, a.k.a. Joey. But, in the long run, no.
Have you seen our new buttons, though? Just because John Astor and his, like, pansy-ass little pedo friends keep stalking me in my groups, we made these new pins that we're selling, and they have the picture of John Astor and that really young girl on the beach, and then it says in words, "I googled John Astor."
I kind of says it all, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Right? Like we don't fuck around, right? This is crazy shit. So, this is to help support the stolen cause. We're selling these pins for $5 each. Right?
That'd be great.
And just as a message out there to anybody else that wants to fuck around, if you want your face on a button like John Astor's, well then go ahead and try to fuck with me some more. All right? Cause I'll expose your ass on a button.
I love it. I love it. That's great.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture in your email if you like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great,
Okay.
great, funny stuff.
Yeah, I got get one of those. I
Mm.
got one of those.
Definitely.
Yeah, because my daughter is still a minor, I'll talk to you more in detail about what happened. In my case, because I still want to protect her.
Oh yeah, definitely, of course. She's still an
You know.
innocent. She's just been through some really hard shit. Yeah, right,
And she continues to be.
right. And I feel her pain. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really
It's
do.
not good. It's not good at all. But yeah, that's it. But yeah, it's fine because I know that they are they're like sharks. They get one little bite and they just go after whoever they can and try to demolish them like
No,
the ants.
sharks is making them sound good. These pricks are like fucking piranhas, man. Bottom feeders. Fuck.
Bottom feeders, yeah, catfish.
Shit. They're the scum on the side of the fish tank, man. You know that slimy shit?
Yeah, really. Isn't that what the catfish eat?
Yeah. Every time I look at my fish tank and I see that shit, I'm gonna think of John Astor and Terry Stoddard.
Stick a catfish in there.
Yeah. I actually do, but my catfish has been lazy.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he's been super lazy. I don't know what's wrong with him. He looks bloated. Maybe he's been eating too much John Astor. Scum on the side of my fish tank.
Yeah, there you go. You need to go now. Here you go.
Are you tired of having John Astor on your fish tank?
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, people like that will take down anybody that gets in their way, like he continues to do.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care as long as he keeps his little thing going.
Oh no. He's almost like committing suicide with it now. Like he doesn't care. I just want my life to end, so I'm just gonna walk into flames and fire.
Good Australian accent there.
Yeah. No, well, you gotta have some fun with this shit too, right? Like, come on.
If you can't have a sense of humor about it, your head's gonna explode.
Oh yeah. And that's all I'm doing is I laugh at these people every day. I wake up excited every morning to see what the next pedo said about me. Fuck. Right. Check all their walls. Like.
That's funny. It must be driving them crazy that they can't
Oh
bring you
fuck.
down.
Fuck, man. I'm their biggest stalker, they say. Well, fucking thanks, because that's what we do. We stalk and we expose pedophiles. And then I love the guy's introduction. John Astor had this one video for New Year's Eve last year before I got his YouTube channel removed. But he had this video and he's like, "Hello everybody, I'm John Astor. And I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and that I love each and every one of you. And I'm just thinking, fuck, the way he said that, the way I love each and every, it just sent shivers up my freaking spine, man. Right, you know, it's just, yeah. If I didn't spend so much on the computer monitor, I would have broke it, right?
Oh, that poor guy. Oh, that poor guy.
But I'm like,
Well,
I'm looking at the monitor going, damn it, I can't hit you. You're not Joe Nasty, you're JVC, you're JVC.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, so it's fun about this.
Mm.
This is completely out of control.
Yeah, and it's gonna be changing, trust me. Because in order for me to stop or my team to stop, which keeps growing, you're gonna have to kill all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I get to the connection with what's her name? Schaefer?
Schaefer. Nancy Schaefer?
Nancy Schaefer, yeah.
The governor, I think it was, or state
She was,
senator.
yeah, right. They say she's committed suicide, but most people think it was murder because she was exposing all this crap in CPS and what they were doing.
Uh-huh.
And you know, the pedophile rings and all this kind of stuff. And she had a lot of stuff on them, from what I understand. And, yeah, tried to say that she killed herself and her husband. But
Yeah, no, I don't buy it.
inside.
Right, I don't buy it.
No.
And weren't they both shot in the back?
Something, yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
And it's like, how does that happen when you're killing yourself?
And, well, my arms ain't that long.
And I wouldn't want to suffer, so wouldn't you just put it to your head?
Yeah, I think that's the normal thing to do. You know? Put it to your head, put it in your mouth, whatever. You know,
Right,
but
right.
who the hell ever heard of shooting yourself in the back?
Right.
You know, but yeah, that's what they did because she was just getting too close.
That's right. And then you know what? We should all be taking over where she left off.
No, that's what the whole thing is about.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. People like you, people like me, speaking out because there's different kinds of people that can grab the different kinds of crowds' attentions, right? Like I can grab a certain kind of crowd that you can't grab, and you can grab a certain kind of crowd that I can't grab, and make them listen to the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right? And that's how it needs to be. Different kinds of people uniting to fight against this crap. Because if it doesn't change, it's going to start becoming approved. Like in United Kingdom, pedophiles are fighting for rights to adopt.
What?
Yeah, I was reading some article, man, about that. I couldn't believe it. It's because
What? No, back up.
yeah, yeah.
No.
Oh, they're trying to fight because they're still humans and they have human rights.
Uh,
I don't believe once you go beyond that point, you're no longer human. That's an animalistic fucking behavior. So you
man.
no longer deserve human rights once you cross that fucking line.
Right.
In my mind.
That's right. I don't even think. And there's pedophiles that get off on making fucking deals, and then it's their first offense, and then they made a deal. They don't have this record. Now they're on Facebook.
There's a cure for pedophilia. It comes in many gauges and calibers.
Fuck. Sawed-off shotgun. Fuck. And I wouldn't even donate their fucking blood to charity because it's bad blood. It's all spoiled and sick. Fuck. Who knows what's in it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's something wrong with pedo blood, I'm sure.
I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. Jesus Christ.
No.
What the hell? Pedos, they want to adopt? And where did those kids come from?
Well, that's in like European countries, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That's from like European countries.
Well, just think. I mean, kids don't just pop up out of the ground. You know, where do the kids come from? Like whatever the European equivalent is of CPS or whatever, removing them from families
All
or
that shit's a lie. It's more than what they say.
huh?
All those statistics are fabricated. It's more than what
What?
they say. A lot more kids are
Oh
taken.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, kids just don't pop up out of the ground.
No, no,
You know,
no.
nonsense. You know, that's the whole thing.
Right, right, right. Those Europeans, they're so full of,
Yeah.
they're full of shit. But those
Oh.
in United Kingdom, there are there's lots of pedophilia within the government and stuff like that over there. Oh, it's all over the internet. Lots of busts and politicians and shit and cutting deals and hush hushes and it's pretty sick over there. So
Yuck.
yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's spreading. Like I swear, this shit must be a disease. It has to be. Has to be.
Yeah.
And these
I've heard it.
people
I've heard it.
and these
You know, once
pedos,
a pedo, always a pedo.
some of them are so smart and so cunning. You know what I mean? They can actually pull the wool over your eyes and tell you all. Or like John Astor's, he's saying, I was falsely accused. And lots of people are buying this shit.
Well,
Right?
you got pictures. But you got fucking pictures.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's another thing, right? And
Whoa.
and,
Yeah.
and she's a screwed up girl too because she's going to court writing affidavits on John Astor's behalf saying he's a good person, he can be a good father, he should have his daughter back. The same girl that's in these pictures.
Saying that she never had any other kind of relationship with him other than him being a babysitter. Then why does he have pictures of her naked
Right.
on the beach with
She
him?
said she was nothing more than a babysitter and also did some cleaning around the house for him and made extra money. So then why is she topless on the beach with him then?
Well, that's some kind of babysitting.
That's yeah.
What
That's
exactly
some
was she babysitting?
babysitting.
Yeah. Sick.
Oh, yuck.
So he can
Oh,
go
yeah.
around and he can start pointing the finger and calling other people pedophiles all he wants. But you know what? Once the people look into what they all already have, and he's still just
Yeah.
nothing more than Terry Stoddard, a popcorn fart. That's it. Nothing
Yeah.
less. Nothing more.
Little fish. Little fish.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And the next cyber attacking sick freak nuts will just end up on the show looking like fools. And they'll just be laughed at, like tonight. Everybody needs a good laugh, especially when they're going through hard times.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been doing that for a while.
Right, right,
And
right.
I think that's really, I think that's really why, legal custody was taken away from me. Because I make too much noise.
Well, keep making noise because tell them the only way that you'll shut up is when you do get your kid back, and then still after you do get your kid back, don't shut up because that's what I tried to tell them too. I was telling them, oh, I'll just stop recording you and putting it on the web. You just fucking give my kid back because if you don't, you're just
Yeah.
opening a Pandora's box.
Yeah. Right. Well, the thing is, it's like she's almost 18. She's 17. She'll be 18 March. And the thing is that she never got what kind of treatment she needed when I was. See, the thing was way back when this all started. We were divorcing. We went to family court. They ordered emergency mediation, and my ex and I went to that, and that mediator caught wind of there's something wrong here with the daughter and the father's relationship with the daughter, and she put that in her report to the family court. This kid needs help. He needs it now. there's some kind of dependency issue between the father and the daughter that will hinder her recovery, etc., etc. She might need possible inpatient treatment. At this point, this is 2.5 years ago. And that became a court order in family court. However, then it went to juvenile court because she was already screwing up so bad and she had already broken the law. And juvenile court said, "Oh, we don't have to listen to family court. Oh, you can go back to your dad."
Sick.
Yeah.
That's the, you know what I call that? That's the system abusing your child.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You basically wipe your ass with that piece of paper, that mediation report. We're not going to listen to that.
Jeez. Yeah, and the disrespect. And here's the ironic thing is that you people still pay these people by paying your taxes and so on to treat you this way.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean?
But I did get a little victory. I did get a victory. There's a lot of other peripheral issues going on.
Everybody just got to stop at the same time.
And they were having me pay child support while she was in her group home. You know, and paying it to the county of Placer. And there was a few issues going on, and the bottom line is I made them pay me back every single penny of what I had paid them.
Huh.
You know, and that was about $4 or $5 grand. They had to refund every single penny I had paid.
Holy shit. Well, yeah, that's what they do. They'll suck you dry.
So I got a little victory there. You know, I'm still working on it.
Well, that's all good. You'll get built back
Yeah,
up. Just don't stop the fight. That's for sure. Just never give up.
Oh, hell no. You know, it's just not my kid. I'm seeing it every day, and I know a lot of other people that, this kind of stuff keeps from happening to.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way, There's no way. I've seen it firsthand. And 2.5 years ago, I would never, ever, ever have believed that this kind of crap goes on.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah,
You
me
don't,
neither. I would have been like,
you never,
nah, come on. No, I like something on the movies, man.
What? This is a bad B movie. Come on, man. This stuff does not happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Not in our judicial system. These pedos aren't out there. No way. No.
But
Not
they are. They're there.
And my friends have told me, had I not been on this journey with you from the start, even as good friends as I am with you, I'd be looking at you like you were off your nut.
Nice.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because this kind of stuff doesn't happen. It does not happen, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Yeah, that's what happens every day.
Well, I got about a minute left into an hour and a half. Did you want to say anything else before I let you go? Any advice for anybody who's listening?
Stay away from Placer County.
Amen to that.
Yeah, Sacramento County too, the neighbors. Yeah.
Exactly. I agree. I'll have to agree with you.
And I think it's I think it's a really good idea that everybody sits together. And I mean, there is strength in numbers.
That's right.
There is strength in numbers, And the more that we keep together and stay together, I think that we have much better chance of doing what we have to do.
That's right. Just start ignoring these pedos that keep calling everybody else pedos and keep fighting the fight.
You got it.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, thanks for calling. Call me again anytime. I'll let everybody know when I'm going to be doing another recording again within the groups shortly in the next few days, just after Christmas.
All right. Yes. Happy holidays to you.
Yes, you too. Thank you very much.
You know, gonna do an all-nighter. I'm not finished rapping yet.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't finished.
Yeah, we're going to do it tomorrow during the day when she's not looking. We're so behind.
Oh boy. Well, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you take care,
Yes, you too.
and thank you again. I really appreciate you letting me talk.
Yes, definitely. Anytime.
Okay,
Give me a call again anytime I post the numbers up.
I will.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.